Hello, this is Marco from CGTN Digital, and welcome to Ask China, where we discover and demystify the most talked about issues about China. Since last year, China and the US, the world's top two largest economies, have run into a few issues.
China was killing us with unfair trade deals.
Chinese tech company Huawei also found itself in the middle of the conflict. The company was repeatedly accused of security risks for its leading technology in 5G.
Whether it's routers or anything else, they embed stuff in there that could be used to spy against us.
But the question is it really the case? In this episode of Ask China, we've collected some of the most frequently asked questions about 5G on CGTN's social media platforms, including Facebook, Weibo, and Quora. Some netizens have expressed concerns about the information security of China's 5G technology, with telecom giant Huawei as an example. So, is Huawei's 5G technology safe? Let's listen to some insiders' views about this.
Well, it's impossible to eliminate all risk, whether it's 5G or enterprises or whatever. It's impossible to eliminate all vulnerabilities in products. One of the advantages we have, and I do see it as an advantage, is that we are probably one of the most examined and evaluated companies in the world. So the flaws that we have, such as the UK Oversight Board revealed in terms of our software engineering processes, those are the kinds of things that we can improve as part of a continuous improvement process. And that's the kind of thing that we think to make America safer, to make cyberspace safer.
So far, Huawei has signed more than 50 commercial contracts for 5G worldwide, 28 of them in Europe. With help from Huawei, British cellular provider EE officially launched 5G networks in 6 cities across the UK on May 13th. On the same day, a BBC technology correspondent conducted the world's first live broadcast over 5G, supported by Huawei equipment. In July, Monaco became the first country in Europe to be entirely covered by 5G, using Huawei's technology. I guess facts speak louder than the words. If the threat is real, what is the evidence? Besides questions about security and China's 5G technology, we were also asked about the differences between 4G and 5G, as well as the price of 5G phones. To answer these questions, we invited Andy Mok, a senior research fellow at the Center for China and Globalization, to share his insights.
So what's the difference between 4G and 5G?
The difference between 4G and 5G can be summed up really in one word, and that is fast.
According to previous reports, with speeds of up to 100 gigabytes per second, 5G is said to be as much as 100 times faster than 4G. Is it really that fast? Well, we'll have to prove it by ourselves. Here we are at the Tiananmen Square, as you can see from the behind. Why we are here? Actually, because this place is one of the few places here in Beijing to be already covered in 5G signals since this February. But how can you tell that? Well, with me, I recently got this 5G phone from Huawei. It is Huawei's first ever 5G smartphone. So I'm gonna try how fast actually the speed is, because there are not many places here you can actually get access to 5G signal. But here you can see I've already connected to a 5G network. Okay, let's have a look on actually how fast the 5G is. Let's go. All right, it's starting. Wow, it's already jumped to 500 megabytes per second download speed. It's 600 per second now. 655 megabytes per second download speed here. Okay, let's try this at different locations.
But fast doesn't just mean faster download speeds. It was only 6 years ago China Mobile launched 4G services. And as we all know, this changed the lives of more than 1 billion people. Not only could they have faster download speed, they could order carry out food on their smartphones. They could order cars, taxi, unlock bicycles. It really changed the entire fabric of life in China, and that was only 6 years ago. Many people believe that because of the government coordination, the 5G rollout will change people's lives even more quickly.
I just want to know whether this will be available to common people in an affordable price.
All of the major Chinese smartphone manufacturers have already launched or will very shortly launch 5G phones. The first ones to market, of course, will be more expensive, but I think we can quickly expect much more economical 5G phones to be available before too long.
How China was able to get its lead in that.
In the 4G world, the Chinese companies were following. But even at that time, they started laying the groundwork for being the leaders in 5G. First, by setting the standards. Second, by conducting a lot of research and development, spending money on the networking equipment, the phones, the antennas. Through this, China has achieved leadership in 5G.
So far, China has issued 5G licenses for commercial use to the country's 4 major telecom carriers, and the technology has been already used in various walks of life, including rescue operations, remote surgeries, and bank services. Globally, 35 operators in 20 countries have released 5G. In addition, 33 countries have allocated 5G spectrum, with large-scale 5G commercial use on the horizon. What changes will the technology bring to our lives, and how will China further cooperate with other countries in boosting the next generation network? Let's wait and see. If you have more questions, do leave a comment, like, share, and stay tuned to Ask China. I'll see you in the next episode.